Okay, good morning, everybody. Praise be to the Lord.
Now and forever.
Now
Forever.
forever.
Okay, guys, we're going to continue with our class of reading, and we are going to see, to continue to read with the story of BirchBark House. We're going to read on from the page 675 till the end, and the page number 7 is in 679. Right. We are going tomorrow. Remember, we're going to do the graphic organizer of the story in your notebook because you already have the homework of reading you have to do. I'm very glad to see many of you are making the homeworks. For example, in spelling, I really have some homeworks actually. In social studies, I have some homeworks too. And I will waiting for the other ones till Friday at midnight. Okay. Hasta las 12 de la noche del viernes tienen. Okay. Why? Because I will make and I will see who's missing homeworks for this week. Right? I will see who's missing homeworks for this week also with the English lab. For the people who didn't enter to finish the playlist. Okay, I will see some are complete, some are incomplete, and another ones didn't enter yet. Right? So I will check it during today and during tomorrow who's sending the homework and who's making the playlist also. So let's continue with the story of the book on page number 675, right on your book. Okay, and that is will continue that what happened to Omakayas, Omakayas, right? And please start to read in that page, Leda.
Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. We look around. No mother bird. Umayas was well aware that she should stay so close to this house, but after all, it seemed desert.
Sorry, you have to start on page number 676 because
Okay.
on the page number 675 is the picture of the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's in the page number 676.
For long moments, that bird chased her with every sense, staring down with weak eyes, listening, and most of all smelling her. The bird smelled the morning moose meat stew. Omakayas had eaten the wild onion seasoning and a dusty bit of maple sugar from the tallow tucked to the inside of her pocket. How she hoped the bird did not smell the barking dogs or the bear claw that swung on a silver hoop from old Tallow's air below. Perhaps the bear smelled the kind touch of Grandma and Mama's bones and spruce wood, comb her baby brother, cuddling body, the skins and mats she had slept in, and little Pinch, who had whined and sobbed at the night before. The bird smelled in Omakaya's skin the smell of its own cousin bear grease, used to ward off mosquitoes, fish from the night before last night, the berries she was eating. The bird smelled all. Omakayas couldn't help but smell her back. Birds eat anything, and this one had just eaten something ancient and full. Him. Omakayas took shallow breaths. For months it was to take her mind off the essence of dead things of the bird. Breath that she accidentally closed the scissors sharing of a tiny clip of bird fur, and then to cover her horror at this mistake start to talk.
Okay, thank you very much, Leda. Thank you very much. Just one question for you people. Okay, you see the picture. There is the two cups, right? Actually, there are the two cups of bird. Uh, the question is about the story actually. What do the smells that Omakayas doesn't want to the bird to pick up? Having, for example, Omakaya actually is with the birds, right? They are together. What do the smells that Omakayas doesn't want the bird to pick up have in common? What does Omakayas think might happen if the bird picks up this sense on her? The thing is, the meaning is, the birds, in this case, the cubs, in this case, have an essence, haven't seen a sense. So for example, they smell something, they smell like something. Para que me entiendan, ellos huelen.
The maple sugar.
¿Ah?
The maple sugar.
Could be the maple sugar. Yes, could be the maple sugar.
The berries.
Okay.
Berries.
Okay, but that listen carefully what I'm saying. What do the smell that Omakayas doesn't want the bird to pick up have in common? What does Omakayas think might happen if the bird picks up this sense of her?
The bird killing. The bird killing.
The bird will kill my
The smells all
The bird first.
actually the smells all related to dead birds or to something that poses a threat to birds, such as dogs. She doesn't want the bird to associate her with these threats. For example, she doesn't want to smell like a dead bird. She doesn't want to smell like a dog. Why? Because the cubs are going to stay very anxious about the dead bear or going to be to start to be really nervous, anxious, maybe anger to smell a dog actually. Imagine if they start, if Omakaya start to smell like sugar sugar, what you told me?
Maple sugar.
Oh, sugar.
If it start to smell like a maple sugar or berries, what do you think it's going to happen? The smell want the birds the only thing the birds want to do is they want to eat it, and she doesn't want to actually, right? Imagine to Macaya's smell. I'm smelling like maple sugar, so sweet. What is the first thing the birds are going to do? They start to lick it. maybe a little bite here, a little bite here, a big high in here to the, and take off your arm or your leg or your face, and I don't know. No, could be.
Your hair.
If you saw this movie, The Revenant, you saw the bear attack, right? So, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to smell like a dead bear, and also she doesn't want to smell like
Dead dog.
a dog, actually, because they are cubs. If they maybe in those times or in those periods of time, I think yet in this time, when the people go hunt, when hunt to bears, they use dogs to smell it and to locate where the birds are, right? Maybe today with indiscriminate hunts of bear, they still using dogs. Okay, Abel is here, Marilyn is here, Dylan is here. Who's missing? Jose Valenzuela and who else?
Jose Antonio.
Yes, Jose Valenzuela and who else? Emily have an excuse. Emily is with the doctor.
Dana.
Dana. I don't know what happened to Dana. Who else? Dana, Jose Valenzuela is still missing 4. Well, 3. Huh?
Yvette.
Yvette, thank you. Okay, so, y hablando del rey de Roma. Ay, a ver, dice. Okay, guys, so let's continue. Well, Yvette doesn't have power, she told me, already told me. Then I have problems with the computer. And okay, so let's continue, people. And sorry for this, but the people start to making to start to write me excuses about the problems they have to connection, the power, the light power doesn't have light power, and what else? And well, actually, only receive and the process they have to do about sending excuses, because they only, you only doesn't have to send excuses to me. If you have problems with the internet, you have to send it to Miss Jessica also and Miss Wendy, right? And I will share with because today you have PE, right? and you have to send it also to Miss Jenny. But I will share with Miss Jenny the problems because I really don't have the email of her, right? Um, and sorry. I sorry, sorry. Thank you,
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you. So I will share those emails to her to doesn't have problem actually, right? Okay, let's continue, people. Okay, imagine she doesn't want to smell like a dead bird. Why? Imagine she doesn't want to smell like a dog. Why? I already told you.
Why that? Because the cops are going to
I already told you because she
uh,
doesn't want the cops. She doesn't want the cops get nervous, get anxious, even get anger. Even the mama bear, right? Imagine a mama bear angry because someone smell like a dog. Or imagine what happened if mama bear start to smell in the environment or to someone like a dead bear. It's going to be really strange what is going to happen actually, right? So let's continue, people, with the next page. Okay, let's see. Fatima.
No commies, she said to the bird calling her grandmother. I didn't mean any harm. I was only playing with your children's went on Gita. Please forgive me. The bird confused at Omakaya, but in a warning manner, not saber to heart. Then the bird leaned back, nose working as though she could sense the meaning of the human word. A chorus of Macayas continued. I feed them some berries. I want to bring them home to adopt them. Have them live with me at my home as my little brothers. But now that you heard grandmother, I will live quietly. The scissors in my hands are not for killing, just for sequin. They are nothing compared to your teeth and claws.
Okay, very good. I have a question in here. Who do you think is going on Jida?
The bird,
The bird.
the
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 For example, she said in here, no comis. It's like we said in Espanol. Comiste? No, no comis. No, it's true. If someone asks you in Spanish in your house, comiste? No, no comis. No comis, she said to the bird, calling her grandmother. So maybe I think, I don't know. I don't speak Native American language, right? I think no comis is grandmother. Or like we said in Spanish, abue. Con mi abue. Así le dicen. Abue, dígame, mijito. Sí, abue. No, abue. Sea hombre o mujer. Abue. Right. And maybe some of you said mama. Well, actually, to my I call my grandmother mama. No, yeah, it's true. I call my grandmother mama. Right.
what?
Aha. No comments, it's, I think, I don't know, I really don't know. It's like grandmother. I didn't mean any harm. I was only playing with your children. Kawin on Jida. Okay. Maybe Kawin on Jida, it's the name of the children of the cops. Right?
What I say?
Maybe. It's the name of the cops. Right? Now, please forgive me, she said. I think in this part it's because Omakaya start to play with the cops and Nokomis start to be really anger. Right? To see that. I'm supposing. I really don't know. Right? I'm really supposing. Right? She was a time playing with the birds, with the cubs. Mama bird arrived and she started to be really angry and started and something like that. I know that is a cat. It's, and start to and start to play, and Mama bird start to get angry. Why do you think Mama bird start to get angry? No, Kamis start to get angry.
Because Makaya were playing Makaya.
Now Makaya have one teacher.
No. What do you think? What do you think Mama Bird, or in this case, Nokomis, start to get anger about Omakayas is playing with the cops?
Because he was trying to get
Because she was
get
trying to
them
what?
to their home. Get
Huh?
them.
Because
English.
Think about it. Think about it. For example, let's see. If you have a dog, big ones, oldest dogs, and this dog have a puppy or puppies, because they only have maybe 6 puppies, right?
yes.
And these, for example, maybe past 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, and you start to grab those puppies because you want to clean it, you want to see it, if you want to blah blah blah, right? What do you think it's going to happen to you if you grab those puppy dogs?
The mother became angry and
That is the answer. That is the answer. The mother is going to start to be angry because you start to touch, you start to grab the puppies. Why? And why is that reaction?
Because she thinks you are harming her pups.
Aha, okay. She will think you're going to hurt those puppies, the babies, or her babies. And that reaction, that is why. The reaction is, that is one, that reaction have a name. What is the name of that reaction?
protection.
What is it?
Protection.
Exactly. She, in this case, Nokomis start to get anger to Omakayas because she saw she was playing with the cops, and she thought, I'm talking about Nokomis, and she thought Omakayas want to hurt. So she started to get anger and she started to protect their babies, right? For the reason is that reaction of Nokomis people.
To me happened something same with my puppy.
Your puppy want to bite you, right? Ay, hombre. Ay, hombre. So, What? And now let's see the question, the real question I really want to make you. Why does the author use Ojibwe or Ojibwe words on phrases on page 677? What do you think? Why does the author or the writer of this story want use Ojibwe words and phrases on page 677? Which words
What
are
is it?
those ones? Nokamis, Gawinonjid, how is it? Gawinonjida, and I really don't know what is the other words in there. Why do you think the author use these words?
To show what she said and his reactions.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about what she feels. I'm talking about why does the author use Ojibwe? Remember, Ojibwe is the last name of, well, actually, it's not the last name. Ojibwe, it's a language that was created by the author of this story. So, what in this case, why does the author use Ojibwe words and phrases on page number 677? Why she used that?
Because he want to make more.
Because she want to care?
Because she want to make the reader the other language they talk.
That it could be. Actually, they create a sense of the culture from which Omakayas come. They add realism to the story also. Remember, those words are created by the author. Omakayas is an Indian American, right? Indian, it's a Native American, right? So she used those words only to get more realism to the story, right? And start to and start to see how people get interest about their culture. So let's continue, people. On page number 678, Anna, read it.
And indeed, Omakaya's voice trembled slightly as the bird made a gurgling sound in her throat and bared her long, curved yellow teeth, so good and ripping and tearing, but having totally out all of the smells of shifted them for information the bird seemed to have decided that Omakayas was not sweet. She sat back on her haunches like a huge dog, swinging her head around. She had a short, quick slap at one of the cubes that sent it reeling away from Omakayas. It was as though she were telling them they had done wrong to approach this human animal, and should now stay away from her. Omakaya's heart squished painfully, even though it was clear her life was to be spared. She felt the loss of her new brother.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna. Okay, let's quickly. Why does the bird decide that Omakayas is not a threat? When I'm talking about a threat, it's not someone who's going to hurt you.
Because he was only feeding her cubs and didn't want to his I'm confused.
Because the bird does not find her smell threatening, right? O sea, ella no encontró un tufín en la cual no pueda para que le haga daño, pues. Omakaya's calmness and quiet speech may help to reassure the bird, right? Maybe, right? Let's see another question. Why does Omakayas feel sad when the mother bird slaps the cub away from her? She made papo.
She
Why?
feels
her heart feel painfully.
Yes, actually, it's like your mother, your mother, make you like papos. Hacer las cosas bien. It's something like that, right? It's like, for example, if your mother or your father said, "Stop talking with the strangers. Don't be baboso," right? Don't be baboso. So let's continue, people. Well, actually, for the first question, what does the bird decide to Macayas is not a threat? The bird does not find her smells threatening. Hey, mister, good morning. The class starts at 7. What happened? They don't hear you. I don't
The
hear you.
microphone.
The microphone is off. Nah. Well, yeah, well. Okay, let's continue. What does the bird decide that Macayas is not a threat? Well, actually, the bird does not find her smell threatening. Also, Macayas' calmness and quiet speech may have helped to reassure the bird. And why does the Omacayas feel sad when the mother bird slaps the cub away from her? Omacayas found the cubs while she was still hurt over her sister teasing. She formed a connection to them and imagined taking them home and caring for them as brothers. Losing them feels almost like losing part of her family. Okay, let's see. Let's read the last page. Roland.
I wouldn't ever hurt them, she said again. The little cubs peeled against their mother, clung to her for a long moment. The great bird sat calmly with them, deciding where to go. Then, in no hurry, they rose in one piece of dark fur. One bird boy broke away, again tried to get near Omakarius. The other looked longingly at her, but the big bird mother abruptly nosed down the trail.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Roland. Okay, and for the last question, people. How does the ending of the story reinforce the idea that Omakayas has put the mother bird at ease?
What?
you can repeat the
The
question.
question.
Es que si estuviera ahí, como que ponga atención, hombre. How does the ending of the story reinforce the idea that Omakayas has put the mother bird at ease? O sea, ¿cómo puso ella la madre calmada, pues? Vaya. How?
Leaving her alone with her cubs.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, that is the answer. The mother bird sits calmly with her cubs before slowly taking them away down the trail. These actions actually show that she feels content and sense no danger. If she view Omakayas as a threat, the mother bird will have hurry away with her cubs actually. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we're going to work with our graphic organizer. Everybody, please, at 7 o'clock, you have to stay for the class. Also, I will always check in the people who didn't finish the playlist number 3 of Imagine Learning or the English Lab. Please, people, if you didn't finish, finish. If you didn't start, start, because you have to make it until Friday at the midnight. Do the assignments, please, of reading, and for the other classes, right? Because you only have Friday at midnight. So see you at 9:30 for grammar, people. Bye bye. Go to español.
Bye.
Bababoy. Bye.